Last month alone, airport security officers confiscated thousands of food items from travelers who genuinely believed they were following all the rules. These weren't careless people. They packed thoughtfully, arrived early, and still watched their food get taken at the checkpoint. What makes this even more surprising is how common these items are. Many of them are things you'd probably pack without thinking twice. So before your next trip, it's important to understand exactly what can and cannot make it through security. Let's go through 15 of the most commonly confiscated items, because one of them is something people bring almost every time they travel: yogurt. Yogurt is classified as a gel. That means it falls under the 3-1-1 liquids rule. If your container is larger than 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, it won't pass through security. That quick breakfast you grabbed on the way to the airport, if it's too big, it's getting tossed. Your best options are to eat it before security or pack it in checked luggage. Next is hummus. Even though it feels like a solid food, security considers it a paste, and paste counts as a liquid. Whether it's homemade or store-bought, sealed or open, if it exceeds the size limit, it won't make it through. Salsa and hot sauce fall into the same category. Even if they're sealed bottles from a market or a gift, anything over the liquid limit gets confiscated. Arguing at the checkpoint won't change the outcome. The rule is strict. Jam and preserves are another common casualty. Travelers often pack homemade or specialty jars as gifts, only to lose them at security. Since they're spreadable, they're treated as gels. If you want to bring them, choose smaller containers or place them in checked baggage. Maple syrup is another frequent surprise. It may feel like a harmless souvenir, but it's still a liquid. Anything larger than the allowed size will be taken unless it's checked or shipped. Soft cheeses like brie, ricotta, or cream cheese are also restricted. If you can spread or scoop it, it's treated like a gel. Hard cheeses such as cheddar or Parmesan are fine, but soft varieties must follow liquid rules. During the holidays, gravy becomes a major issue. It's clearly a liquid, so it won't pass through security in carry-on bags. The same goes for cranberry sauce, which is considered a gel. These two items are especially common during Thanksgiving travel and are often confiscated. Guacamole is another item that surprises people. Even though it contains chunks, it's still classified as a paste. That expensive airport guac or takeout won't make it through if it exceeds the size limit. Parents should pay attention to applesauce. While it's a common snack for kids, it's still a gel. Unless it's medically necessary baby food, it must follow the same size restrictions. Honey is one of the most frequently confiscated souvenirs. It's both a liquid and a gel in terms of classification, so larger containers won't pass through security. One of the biggest surprises for travelers is Nutella. People rarely think of it as a liquid, but it's a spread, meaning it falls under gel rules. Large jars are taken all the time. If you want to bring it, stick to small, single-serving packs. The same logic applies to nut butters like peanut butter, almond butter, and tahini. If it can be spread, it's treated like a liquid. Anything over the limit will be removed from your bag. Another category to watch is fresh fruit when traveling from certain regions. For example, flights from tropical areas like Hawaii or Puerto Rico to the mainland U.S. often have agricultural restrictions. Certain fruits are banned to prevent pests from spreading. Travelers frequently lose expensive produce at inspection checkpoints, so it's important to check regulations before packing. Now, let's move beyond food and talk about other commonly misunderstood items. Aerosols are one example. Personal care items like hairspray, deodorant, and shaving cream are allowed in limited quantities. However, industrial aerosols, such as spray paint, lubricants, or compressed air, are completely banned. Security can easily tell the difference, and prohibited items will be removed. Matches are another item to be careful with. Safety matches are generally allowed in small quantities on your person, but strike anywhere matches are banned entirely because they can ignite too easily. Outdoor travelers should be cautious with bear spray. It contains powerful chemical compounds and is often prohibited, especially in checked luggage. Policies vary by airline, but it's usually safer to purchase it at your destination. Alcohol also has restrictions. While standard wine and spirits are allowed within limits, extremely high-proof alcohol, above 70% ABV, is considered hazardous and cannot be transported. Electronic items introduce another important set of rules. Lithium batteries are a major focus. Power banks, laptops, tablets, and similar devices must be carried in your carry-on, not checked luggage. This is due to the risk of fire if a battery overheats in the cargo hold. There are also limits on battery capacity. Most airlines allow batteries under 100 watt-hours without issue, but larger ones may be restricted or require approval. Smart luggage is another area of concern. If your suitcase has a built-in battery, it must be removable. If it isn't, airlines may refuse to transport it. Cordless styling tools that use butane cartridges are also restricted. While some may be allowed in carry-on bags with safety features, spare fuel cartridges are not permitted. Medical devices with batteries, such as CPAP machines or portable nebulizers, are allowed, but their batteries must be properly stored and carried in the cabin. Spare batteries should be protected from short circuits. Even small items like electric toothbrushes or razors can cause issues if they accidentally turn on in checked luggage. The vibration can trigger alarms and lead to your bag being opened and searched. Tablets and laptops should ideally stay in your carry-on as well. Not only are they safer from damage and theft, but they also pose less risk compared to being in a cargo hold. Finally, tracking devices like small luggage trackers are generally allowed, as they contain minimal battery power and fall well below safety limits. The key takeaway from all of this is simple. If something can be poured, spread, or sprayed, it's likely treated as a liquid. If it contains a battery, it usually belongs in your carry-on. And if it seems unusual or potentially hazardous, it's better to check the rules before packing. Understanding these guidelines can save you time, money, and frustration at the airport. Instead of losing your items at security, you can pack smarter and travel with confidence.